Survival horror is one of my favorite genres of games. From my first time playing Resident Evil 4, I was hooked, and I always wanted to complete the Resident Evil franchise, and that starts here and now. Welcome back to The Backlog, a video series of me going through my massive backlog of games and getting the platinum and 100% trophy completion in all of them. We start our journey through this legendary series with the Resident Evil HD remake. I picked up the game back in 2017, popped 2 trophies, and put the game down because I didn't think it was for me. The die for the first time and kill a zombie trophies were the only ones I got before running with my tail between my legs from this game. This is going to be one of the harder platinums I have done, and I'm absolutely up for the challenge now, with many more years of gaming under my belt. Let's begin our first playthrough of Resident Evil.
Resident Evil.
For my first playthrough, I wanted to experience the game the same way someone would have back when it came out, with a normal difficulty playthrough with Jill. I did do a little research to how many playthroughs it will take, and at a minimum of 4, I am fine doing a blind playthrough on normal. But I'm also going to go for the Nooks and Crannies trophy in this run. This trophy will be a lot easier with Jill, as she starts with the lockpick and 8 slots in her inventory, but has a smaller health pool than Chris does. My first actual encounter with a zombie wasn't exactly the best gameplay of Resi I've ever seen. Ow. Ow. Get off me. I'm hurt. Bad. I decided to try and fight every enemy I came across, which got me what I deserve, my first death. Oh god. Okay, fighting is hard in this game. This is where I found my first objective, to unlock this random coffin in the cemetery, which requires 4 death masks to move forward. I had no clue how long this was going to take, and knowing that there is a speedrun trophy I need to go for later on, I tried to make sure to memorize what I would need for it. I also missed a trophy for getting Barry to save Jill after grabbing the shotgun. Not because of anything, but the fact I had a full inventory when I found the room. This will require me to get it in another run with Jill later on. This pushed me to the next 2 objectives, acquiring the dog whistle and using it to get the fake armor key, and then replacing the actual armor key in the death trap on the west side of the mansion. This allows us to open up the bar to get to the missing music, and where I find out, the kitchen brings me back to my days working at McDonald's. We got full on, we got the 6 fucking basket fryer in this mansion? What is this, a McDonald's? Who's coming downstairs? Extra frying capacity. This key pushes us back over to the east side of the mansion, where we come across our first puzzle that when you mess it up, the birds take offense to it. And a crown. Green, purple. This is the bottom picture. Sure? Oh, hey, whoa, wait, hey, whoa, hey. Once completing this puzzle, it gives us our first death mask to use under the cemetery. And we now get to go find the grenade launcher, my beloved, and immediately find Richard with the most messed up arm I have ever seen. He was apparently attacked by a snake and requires some serum to save him. This is where I messed up badly and missed a pretty easy trophy. I ran around taking my sweet ass time instead of beelining to the serum and back, and it just so happens this is on a timer. So my boy Richard here has died. It's time sensitive. I hate it here. While I was on a scenic tour of the mansion, meaning I have to acquire this trophy on a different run now. This is also where I ran into my first Crimson Head without even knowing it, and nope the hell out of there as fast as possible. Let me through here real quick. I need to reset everything. I'm overstimulated. Too many things happening at once. Oh. That guy's fucking scary. And through all of this, I felt my very first painful death after acquiring the shotgun and forcing me back 20 minutes or so. No! No way, dude! Oh my goodness. There was a silver lining, though, in making it so I could use the plant killer that I got earlier on the random vines on the west side of the mansion to acquire my second death mask. I also decided to clear out a few zombies around the east side safe room, and in doing so, popped 2 trophies for burning some zombies. First trophy of the day! Oh, 2 trophies. Break out the marshmallows, never mind. This is good to do, as it makes it so the zombies don't come back as Crimson Heads. Not that I knew that at this point. This also led me to learning that you can utilize the lighter not only for incinerating zombies, but also in a few puzzles and in the environment for items, helping me move forward in the game. This is where I will say, I utilized a little online help at some points during the playthrough to make sure I did not miss anything, as the Nooks and Crannies trophy says just visit every area, but it actually wants you to pick up every item in the game, and there are some very vague items you can get through this game. But it is time to acquire our third death mask by doing the Sleeping Knights puzzle, which requires you to push them into place properly. Sometimes pushing one knight will move another, so figure out which one does which will help in my speedrun later on. I ended my first day of playing by acquiring the full musical score and utilizing it and the wooden emblem to get the gold emblem, to use in the same place as we got the wooden emblem. With it put into place, we get a quick little puzzle with the clock and now have the shield key and get a good night's sleep before moving on. And we start off our second day with our first mini-boss of sorts in the attic against Yawn. Oh, okay. That's what he meant by snake. Which I guess attacked Richard and didn't swallow him whole somehow. This is where we can get a quick trophy by fighting off Yawn and making it run away. Oh, okay, bye. Oh my god. Oh, okay, we're on a trophy. Survive your first encounter with Yawn. This is also where we get our fourth and final death mask, so it's time to run back and place it in the cemetery. This is our next boss fight against the Crimson Head Prototype 1, and with a grenade launcher in hand, this guy goes down with little fight at all. Are you dead? Oh. Gravedigger, defeat the Crimson Head Prototype 1. We now have the stone and metal object, which will give us access to the next areas of the game, the courtyard and the residence. The courtyard doesn't have many enemies, but requires us to move down a side path to move forward. This is where we find a house with the crank that is needed to move forward before being jumped by one of the most stressful enemies in the game, Lisa Trevor. Boomst. Hey! You can't just knock me the fuck out. Madam, are you okay? You are not okay. Hold! Whoa! Hold! Do I have to kill you? I'm just gonna juke you, I guess. Whoa, can you? Lisa Trevor hits like a truck, and with a quick love tap on the way out, it's time to pick up another weapon, the Magnum. This is a good spot as any to tell you about the trophy starsenal. This requires you to get every weapon in the game on one save. This includes the 2 weapons that are from the speedrun trophies. That means I have to speedrun the game on normal difficulty in under 3 hours. With the crank in hand though, we can finally make our way to the residence, and this place set the tone for me immediately. Both these doors open? They are... Oh my... Oh. Fuck. Oh my god. Do you do it again? You do! Do you hurt me? You do hurt me. That's f***ing abhorrent. Oh! I get it. I should stop Dickhead McGee from grabbing me, right?
Hi, how are you?
Oh my... What is wrong with this area? What the fuck, dude? This is where we find Barry again and hear him talking to someone. He quickly says he is leaving and it's now time to clear this place. What? What? He's not even close. I don't understand the range. That's annoying. Well, I have to go through all that again. Absolute and utter pain. I first ran back to the beginning to clear the 2 rooms at the start. Oh my god! Where the fuck? This gave me the self-defense gun for another weapon towards the trophy, as well as having to deal with the spider room, which will be needed for a puzzle later on. But with everything I can getting cleared out, it's time to hit the basement with the damn sharks. Is it also too early to say I'm scared of the ocean and deep water? I'm not a fan of whatever this is. I hate water. Oh, there's something in the water. Whoa, that's a shark. That's multiple sharks. Ow.
Ouch!
Where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going? This way. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. Oh, fuck off with the sharks, man. What? Why? Okay. Don't go in there yet, I guess. Dude, this place sucks. This leads us to another quick trophy, where a very large zombie shark needs a little bit of shock therapy. Okay. Ow. The Deep Sixth, defeat Mother Neptune. We're on the board again. Once we reach the gallery, we now need to deal with Jill's fear of giant bees and find the keypad that utilizes the puzzle in the spider room. With access to this room, we have another puzzle. A chemical creating puzzle to make the V-Jolt, which will be used on the boss of the residence, the plant from the Little Shop of Horrors. Whoa, whoa, it's a plant up here, baby. What the f-
Ow!
Holy moly. Oh, that's not cool, dog. But with a little chemistry lesson, and Barry showing up with a flamethrower of all things, we put down Plant 42 and acquire the helmet key. That's a mansion key. Keymaster. Obtain the helmet key using Jill. With the residence completely cleared, it's time to head back to the mansion. We now have to deal with a new enemy, the Hunters. These guys are fast, hit like a truck, and apparently have a one-hit death move that I'm looking forward to dealing with on my no-save run. What the fuck are you? Why the fuck? Who's the hunter now? With more access to the mansion, we find the last book, volume 1, which then gives us the Medal of Eagle, and made our way to the taxidermy room to get the 2 gemstones from the animal heads. Only one of these gemstones is needed to move forward, but the other gives us access to the MO disc from the Tiger Head room. These discs are absolutely needed for the best ending to save Chris towards the end of the game. I now headed over to another area to get the box that the red gemstone is used for. This box had a little puzzle to open it up, but after opening it, it gives us the emblem key to access the room with the Spencer family emblem. This room houses a metal object that will be necessary to clear the game later on. After this, I made my way to clear out the west side once again, and put down the crimson head that scared me earlier on my playthrough. I don't trust this fucking room. Oh! Defeat a crimson head. Hey! This led me to round 2 with Jan, and I was not prepared for him the first time I found him. Not you. Oh, I might be dead here. Just hate me. Okay. But with knowledge I was gonna fight Jan, I grabbed the grenade launcher, my beloved, and headed over to put it out of its misery. Oh, thank God. Giant snake got nothing. This gave me the last book, volume 2, and the Medal of the Wolf, which will be used later in the game. We now get to reactivate the elevator in the basement, which leads us to a battery for the second elevator in the courtyard. Using this, we can stop the waterfall by the fountain and head into our next area, the caves. This is where we meet Enrico, who, after trying to give us some exposition, is shot from behind us, meaning someone is here like us, taking out the STARS members.
Umbrella set us up.
Who the f-
Enrico!
Moving on through the caves, we come across another, I guess, boss? With the leader of the giant spiders, Black Tiger, but it goes down with a little fight. Ow! Spider sense, defeat Black Tiger. That's Black Tiger. Got it. We now get access to a dial to put on another we got earlier to work an elevator, and as soon as we get everything working, look who it is. It's Barry. Where the hell have you been, Barry? Once we reach the bottom, we hear a groan, and it's everyone's favorite shackled up enemy, Lisa Trevor. My hair. Oh, it's fucking you! And after finding out it's her and coming back, Barry just dips back up the elevator, making us have to utilize a broken flamethrower to move forward past Lisa. This is where we find the stone ring, which will go with our metal object to make our second one. We can now use this to go under the stairs in the main hall to the altar. And look who it is! It's Barry! Barry, the fuck are we doing, dog?
You're alive.
This guy tries to shoot us and we disarm him, but Lisa Trevor has other ideas. Alright. We are now tasked with either giving Barry his gun back or letting Lisa give him the absolute work. but I'm going for the good ending, which requires us keeping Barry alive and giving him back his gun. Trust him. I'm trusting you, you bitch. This then starts the boss fight with Lisa Trevor, and I had absolutely no clue what I was doing the first time. I just laid into her with all my ammo and did literally nothing. So one quick death later, I found out you're supposed to push the stones on the side of the arena to win the fight. This opens the casket where she grabs the skull and just yeets herself off the edge.
I'm going to jump!
No!
Do a flip!
Okay, bye! We now find a large fountain that has 2 slots for the metals we acquired earlier, and after using them, we now have access to the final area of the game, the laboratory. Where the magic happens, break into the laboratory using Jill. This area is where we will find the last 2 ammo discs, as well as where to use them to gain access to the cell Chris is in. Once all the ammo discs are dealt with, and we have 100% cleared everything, it's time to move on to the finale of the game. Barry joins up with us as we find Wesker in the lowest floor of the lab.
Wesker, I should have known.
He has been the one pulling the strings, as well as the one Barry was talking to in the residence, and he even was the one who shot Enrico in the caves. He then activates the final boss of the game, the Tyrant, and immediately gets vibe checked by him. Is he just gonna bitch Wesker?
What? Premature.
No, Barry!
Alright, let's let the woman handle this. With Barry and Wesker out of commission, it's time to fight, and to be honest, I thought this guy would be harder, all things considered. Grenade! Grenade! Ah, well, I got hit. I did not know that I was in a dead zone there. That's unfortunate. Oh, I missed. The f- Which way are you going? One for the road? After dealing with the Tyrant and helping Barry, Wesker seems to have vanished and the self-destruct sequence activated. It's time to run over and rescue Chris as all the doors have now been unlocked. Sorry about the rate. Save Chris from the confinement
Sorry
using
about the
Jill.
wait.
Which in turn makes it so we can grab the last few items on the map to pop the Nook and Crannies trophy. Every nook and cranny! Let's go! I was so worried I wasn't gonna get this. Now, all that is left is the final fight with a souped up Tyrant. To make sure I get the good ending, I need to keep Barry alive throughout the fight. This fight is mainly just dodging and waiting out the time till Brad drops you the rocket launcher to hit him with the final blow. My first fight didn't exactly end the way I wanted it to, though. Oh!
Ow!
Put him down, Barry! Wait, so I can grab the rocket launcher and it locks me to where he can just grab me after? We fucking joking? And on my second attempt, Barry went and got himself skewered. But third time's the charm, and with the rocket launcher, I turned the Tyrant into a red mist and finished my first playthrough of Resident Evil. Just fucking eviscerate him into a red mist. Alpha Team's finest. I'm a member of STARS, that's 2. Finish the game saving Chris and Barry using Jill. I don't give a shit about
Jill?
you.
You did a fine job.
8 hours, 30 minutes, 84, 27, 26, 21. Finish game on difficulty or... Finish game on easy difficulty or higher. That's 3 trophies, right? The controls of this game are definitely a product of what they could do at the time, but I'm blown away with how much I actually enjoyed the game and wish I experienced it when I was younger, but it's on to my next playthrough. For my second playthrough, I'm going to do the knife only run with Chris on very easy. This will allow me to complete all the miscellaneous objectives and save everyone while not being slammed into the ground because I'm fighting everyone with a shiv. There are a few differences for this playthrough as well. Chris only has 6 inventory slots and a lighter instead of the lockpicks. This means a lot more backtracking for items, and because I don't have the lockpick, I now need to find old keys around the mansion to open the doors that I would have utilized Jill's lockpick for. The saving grace is Chris has a larger health pool and is better at using weapons than Jill. I'm hoping this means he hits harder with the knife as well, because I feel like I'm going to need it. We also don't have Barry as a supporting character, but Rebecca, a medic in the STARS unit. The way things play out will also be pretty similar to Jill's playthrough, with only minor differences in characters and when cutscenes happen. But with all this knowledge, let's start our first Chris playthrough in Resident Evil. This run starts off the same, with less Barry of course, as we have to grab our first objective, the Arrowhead, to start working our way through the mansion. Without needing to get everything through this playthrough, this will be a lot quicker, as well as help me learn the layout and objectives for the speedrun later on. I found the first old key that shows the difference between having the lockpicks and not, as I have to find these for specific doors around the mansion, and some are used to get key items like the herbicide. With this down, I quickly made it back to everyone's favorite snake lover Richard and met Rebecca for the first time. I missed the trophy for saving Richard in my first playthrough as I took my sweet time getting the serum, but not this time. I ran my ass there and back to make sure I saved Richard, and in record time, and popped the trophy.
Needs you now.
As soon as Richard gets better, we'll come after you.
Rebecca, you okay with the gun?
Yes.
Alright, I'm going to continue my investigation.
Be careful. Okay?
Delaying the inevitable. Hell yeah, okay, we got the trophy that I missed. This means I can quickly run through the mansion, acquiring all the death masks. This is where one difference is Chris can't play the piano for shit. So Jill can play the piano, but Chris can't? My guy. We need Rebecca to practice the Moonlight Sonata for a bit, so we can get the gold emblem. Once acquiring all the death masks, we can now fight the Crimson Head Prototype 1, and with a knife, this fight is something. Alright, let's do this shit. Ow.
Ow!
Ow. Oh, well played. Bring around the Rosie. Ow. Ow. Oh, you are annoying. Bro, go down. How are you not dead? Oh, you... Get off of me, man! This sucks! Oh, thank God. Why was that so stressful? With a little knife fight prowess, we could pop Chris's first storyline trophy for getting the stone and metal object, unlocking our route to the residence. Yes, give me the stone and metal object. Not just any object. We're on the board. There isn't a whole lot different in the residence, except for a few new cutscenes when going to Lisa Trevor's cabin. We also, for some reason, find our boy Richard in the aqua ring, and he may have become breakfast.
Chris! Chris, stop! No!
Richard, my guy! With me being a dumbass and forgetting I needed the control room key before coming down here, I had become second breakfast. Well, this sucks. I forgot I don't have the key for this yet. Oh, there's Neptune.
What about second breakfast?
I forgot I don't have the key. Oh, that's pain. And you get insta-killed by Mother Neptune. After properly running through the residence, I figured I could use the V-Jolt to quickly deal with Plant 42 like in Jill's playthrough. But Chris apparently skipped science class and just doesn't even try to make it. So now I have to fight a plant hanging from the ceiling with little to no reach with this knife. Alright, Chris. Let's do this shit. Ow. Ow. Wah. 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 Ow. 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 Oh my god, I just got fucking slammed. Get up, Chris. I'm fine. Ow. Oh god. Oh, you suck ass. Oh my god. Oh, he didn't like that. Ow. Ow. Stop. Oh, what the fuck? Get up, Chris. You're fine. Yo, Bosco in the box together. How we doing, dog? I am... Oh my goodness. Look to the sky and swing, Chris. Look to the sky and swing. Last one. Please tell me that's death. Oh, ow, you... I'm doing pretty good. Just, you know, getting... Oh, I'm getting put in the blender. With a little weed whacking, Plant 42 goes down, and we get the helmet key to do our final run back to the mansion. This is my, I'm trying to platinum through all the... Oh, herbicide. Nice. This means we now have to deal with hunters in the mansion. And I will not lie, I got extremely lucky not to get one-shot by one of them during this playthrough. I quickly ran through the mansion, making sure not to skip getting the ammo disc and the tiger head statue, while getting key items which led to the next boss fight with Jan. This is kind of a funny fight with a knife because you're just swinging into his body over and over again while he slithers around you. Alright, you f***ing snake. Let's do this. Man versus snake. Yeah. 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 Come here. Yeah. Oh, I've been looking up instead of looking down. Yeah, come here. Ow. I hate you. Wacha! 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 What am I doing? I'm not poisoned? Can he not poison you in the second fight? Absolutely juked. Ow. That actually hit me. I'm kind of mad. Jan, my guy, can you die? Oh! Easy. This snake ain't shit. With the legless bastard chopped up, we get the last book, volume 2. Acquired. That's another trophy on the docket. And get to move on to another time-sensitive trophy specific to Chris. Once you get the emblem key and make your way into the Spencer Emblem office, you hear Rebecca scream from the floor above you. Oh, this activates right away.
Rebecca! Is she upstairs?
This is when a 5-minute timer starts and you need to rush up to the office on the second floor to save her from a hunter. This is necessary for the Save Everyone as Chris trophy. Oh my god, I almost insta-died. That was nice of you. Save Rebecca from the hunter.
Rebecca.
With Rebecca saved and the metal object in my storage, it's time to speedrun the caves, juke some spiders and Lisa Trevor before making my second stone and metal object to go to the Lisa Trevor fight. The only difference in this fight is Wesker is helping you instead of Barry, making it really easy just to end the fight in seconds and move on to the lab.
Ring out!
End to a poor girl's misery. Nice. The lab is also insanely easy after your first playthrough, as the passwords do not change, making it easy to get my last 2 MO discs, and set myself up to save Jill after the Tyrant fight. Speaking of the Tyrant fight, someone teach this man how to pivot, good lord. Oh, I found the strat. This man cannot pivot. Pivot! Pivot! Oh, bitch. Wow, he doesn't like a knife, huh? With Rebecca activating the self-destruct, it's time to save Jill.
Jill?
Sorry I made you wait.
Chris!
And head back up to the helipad for the final fight. Even though this is a knife-only run, I still need to use the rocket launcher to kill the Tyrant, and after a little research, I learned 2 things. One is if I wait out the timer till 45 seconds before sending up the flares, it lowers the wait time for the rocket launcher a bunch, making sure I can keep Rebecca alive through the fight. Second is, if I whiff the first shot and shoot a second, that then voids my knife-only run, which would suck, but don't worry, I never miss. Oh, you son of a bitch. Got him. You the man, Chris. 1 trophy. The nightmare ends. 2 trophies. Finish the game saving Rebecca, Jill, and Chris. This ends my second playthrough with only a knife, and overall, it was pretty easy. Honestly, lowering the difficulty helps a ton. I even completed this run in 3 hours and 30 minutes, which makes me think I can really do the speed run later on.
Chris, you did a fine job.
CQC for the win. 3 hours, 31 minutes. I could definitely cut off like 40 minutes. Easy. That is beautiful. That's 3 new trophies. Racing and pacing. Oh, I finished the game in 5 hours. Hey. We're in this together. Finish the game with Jill and Chris. But this ends my first run as Chris, and I think we should do something a little more challenging for my 3rd playthrough. For our third playthrough, we will be tackling Real Survival Mode with Jill. This mode was the prototype mode when the game was being created, which locks the game on hard, makes it so the doorknob never breaks by the entrance to the courtyard, and none of the item boxes are connected. This means I will have to backpack everything I need around to the item boxes that are necessary for certain puzzles. This will also be the run with Jill where I prioritize not saving anyone. That means Barry is going to get bitched by Lisa Trevor, and I hope Chris enjoys his stay in his cell. I also make sure to get any trophies I missed during my first run as Jill. We have already gotten better at understanding where to go, so I sped over to one of the easiest trophies I missed, and that was getting the shotgun and getting Barry to save me from becoming a Jill sandwich.
Oh, I do just wait. Nice.
Wesker! Barry! Help!
Jill, you in there?
Barry? Get me out of here! The door's jammed!
Stand back! Grab my hand!
Thanks, Barry.
Barry.
That was a close one.
Damn right.
A second late, you would have fit nicely into a sandwich.
Really? Thanks.
Thanks,
But
man.
Barry, didn't you say you were going back to the dining room to find other clues? I'm glad and all, but why are you here?
I just had something I wanted to check. Anyway, we should get back to searching for Wesker and Chris.
Thanks, Barry. I owe you one.
Don't mention it.
What a great guy. Saved Jill using Barry.
I ran through the game with minimal trouble actually, even made sure to save Richard to give myself access to the assault shotgun, albeit getting poisoned in the process making me run across the mansion to get serum. I dealt with Plant 42 utilizing the V-Jolt once again, and was making incredible pace without dying on the hardest mode in the game. I was somewhat worried about a hunter getting a few good hits in, but getting the Magnum puts almost all of them out of commission with one shot. I also used the self-defense weapon for the first time in the Yawn boss fight and put him away incredibly quickly. This made it a quick jog through the caves and onward to the Lisa Trevor fight. The only thing that sucked about this was I had to bring all of my items from my main item chest to the one in front of the altar, and then after the fight, bring it all forward to the lab. This was also the time where I wasn't going to give Barry back his weapon, so we'll be seeing you, Barry.
I can't do that.
Jill!
Later, Barry.
We now have Barry's 44 Magnum, and this thing is packing 6 one-hit KO bullets. With a ton of ammo left for my shotgun, I ripped through anything necessary in the lab, and found out in the Tyrant fight that they weren't kidding when they said one-hit KO.
Did you just one-shot him?
With the Tyrant down, and because I let Barry die and Chris to rot in his cell, I get the final lab key from Wester's body, head up to the helipad with no self-destruct timer, and set off the flares, marking an end to my Real Survival Mode playthrough.
Really? That's it? Every woman for herself. Finish the game without saving anyone is Jill.
Jill, you did a fine job.
I almost did it in under 3 hours! Oh, the horror. Good night, Art. Survival horror.
I kinda expected this to be a bit harder, but doing this on my third playthrough and understanding how to effectively dodge most enemies really helped on this run. I just hope I can remember where the enemies are for my next playthrough. For my fourth playthrough, it's time to use my knowledge I have gained to make it through Invisible Enemies mode. I will be running through this on very easy as there are less enemy placements, making it a bit easier. This will be difficult mainly if I mess up and get surrounded easily or one-shot by the hunters in the second half of the game. With this run, we will be grabbing the last missable trophy for Chris, and finish the game with the bad ending not saving anyone. There isn't a ton that I really have to go through as we've done so many runs already, so I will just throw on some highlights from the run and the one trophy I got during the run.
Guten Tag. Oh my god, he's actually invisible. I'm gonna get killed in this run for sure, skis. I know I'm standing around like a fucking moron. I'm surprised the zombie doesn't fucking blow through the door and eat my ass. I don't know what you're talking about, brother. I said nothing of the sort. Hey, buddy. Oh, I done goofed. I could see him in the mirror still. That is actually such a cool mechanic. That is dope.
Early on, I did make sure to get hit by Jan so that I got poisoned. This makes you play as Rebecca to go get serum to save Chris.
Oh no.
Chris!
I need serum.
Serum. I remember seeing it. I'll be right back. Just hang in there.
A quick jog over to get it, and I have one of the last character-specific trophies.
Let's go. Bravo, Rebecca. I think that's the last miscellaneous trophy, really.
Only thing I was super worried about was the Lisa Trevor fight and the Tyrant fight, but both went incredibly well, and I quickly finished up Invisible Enemy mode, unlocking the last costume.
Every man for himself. Finished the game without saving anyone using Chris.
And I surprisingly did it in under 3 hours.
Chris, you did a fine job.
Under 3 hours, too. Holy crap. Ghost of a Chance. Finish the game in Invisible Enemy mode and don't stop running. Okay, that was 4 trophies, right? Yeah, so 13. Oh, and I got the Passion for Fashion up.
This is my final run, and I am mixing the under 3 hour speedrun and the no save run together to make things go a little faster. Even though I did the last run in under 3 hours, I need to do a speedrun on normal to unlock the final weapon, the infinite rocket launcher. I am stressed about a few points in the game, and I did unlock the infinite ammo pistol, but I will still be needing extra weapons to properly deal with hunters, Yawn, and the Tyrant more easily. This should be relatively easy now that I have 4 other playthroughs under my belt and have learnt quite a bit about the game. I wanted to make sure I grabbed the grenade launcher and the assault shotgun to make the run easier as well as the Magnum. My first run was going fantastic until I messed up bad. And not once, but twice.
It's been real, Richard.
No!
Wait. The assault shotgun isn't here. I'm livid. You have to wait for... I'm going to get the regular shotgun now. Who sets this shit up, by the way? Like... I have to restart. What do you mean? Where the fuck is Barry?
With this monumental fuck up, I have now put myself back 45 minutes of work. I also found out my death was my own stupidity, making me a Jill sandwich.
Oh god, what did I do now?
Is that what you have to do it? Did I die
Wesker!
because I
Barry!
didn't check both
Help!
doors?
Jill, you in there?
I deserve to be his Jill sandwich. I deserve it. I absolutely deserve it.
Throughout the run, I only had a few close calls, and only a few points I was incredibly stressed about dying.
Alright, Wesker, can I get a yeehaw? How about you, Tyrant? Yeehaw! What the f does Barry put in this gun, by the way? 50 caliber? Like...
With my final run complete, we now have gotten the platinum in Resident Evil.
Two hours and 14 minutes.
Jill, you did a fine job.
Ink is for squids. Let's go. Starsenal. Platinum, splatinum. Oh. Oh, that feels so good after f***ing up that one time. Let's give it the good old Saverino.
This marks the end of Resident Evil, but absolutely the beginning of me platinuming the rest of the series. This was such a great experience to see the early beginnings of survival horror and how they utilized the technology they had created to create such an amazing experience. I plan on getting the plat in every mainline game before Requiem drops, so look forward to more Resident Evil in the near future. I want to thank you all so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out my other videos of me getting platinums in my backlog. I also stream the entire process of me getting the platinum on Twitch at twitch.tv/etherize and on my YouTube here, so don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell to know when I'm live or when I upload. To end it off, I would love to hear your experiences getting platinums or chipping away at your backlog in the comments, and let me know if there's any games you want to see me tackle. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one.